Hi students, I hope all are fine. So we had gone back in years during the time of independence or when there was freedom struggle. So in this incident, we are going to see what exactly is this incident that had happened in Narayanpur, and we found out that there were there was a parcel coming into the house of Mohan, and some people are there doing something, and we are not very much sure what it is. And we know they have a kind of a typewriter or a printing machine. Okay, it seemed like that to Manju, because they also did not know what it was, and they were waiting outside to see if someone was coming in, and they found out there was a person who came closer to their house. So we shall just continue from where we have stopped. There was silence. From inside the puja room, their faces looked at him blankly, the dim light giving them a peculiar look. Shadows quivered and danced as the wick in the oil lamp flickered and fizzed. Then Amma got up and came out, followed by Mohan. Suman stayed inside and Mohan closed the door of the room. Manju, go to bed. Babu, you too. Okay, they knew that there was a person coming in. Okay, and they did not know who that person was. And there was silence and they did not know what was happening. So Mohan and mother, they came out of that room, and Suman stayed in the room itself, and they told Manju to go to bed and also to Babu also to go to bed. There was a knock at the door. Babu rushed to his room, unrolled his bedroll, and threw himself on it. A knock again. Who's there? Amma called out. Knock, knock. Mohan, go and see who it is. Manju, who had got into bed too, noticed that though Amma's voice was steady, her hands trembled. Mohan came in saying, Amma, it's Patel, the sub-inspector. Amma held Manju's hand in a tight, hurtful clutch, though her voice was still cool and calm. What does he want? He wants to talk to you. To me? The hand relaxed. Manju drew her own hand back and rubbed it softly. And they knew that a person was coming into their house, and they heard a knocking in the door, and mother said, okay, who it is? Mother asked who it was, and there was no response. Then mother told Mohan to go and check who it was. By the time Babu has already gone to bed and he covered himself with a blanket. Then when Mohan went and opened the door, he found that it was an inspector, sub-inspector. His name is Patil. Then Mohan told his mother that it is Patil, the sub-inspector. Then Mama asked why he came. Okay, her voice was steady, but she was frightened inside, and she caught hold of the hand of Manju, and she squeezed it because she was not in her. She was bit frightened of what was happening. So when mother said what, mother told Mohan to ask Mr. Patil what he wanted. Then Mohan said that this the sub inspector wanted to talk to the mother. Then mother said, to me? Why does he want to talk to me? Then she just went to him. Okay, went to the police officer. I haven't come to trouble you, a strange voice said. Your husband was my friend in school. I'm a friend. Amma got up quickly and went out. Manju waited a moment and followed her. There was Babu coming out of his room, making a show of having been woken out of a deep sleep, rubbing his eyes, yawning loudly and repeatedly, mumbling in a grumpy voice, "Who is it? Who is it?" But nobody paid him any attention, and soon Babu was taking in everything with the greatest curiosity. Okay, so mother was a bit frightened. Then they heard a voice from Mr. Patel. He said, "Okay, I haven't come to trouble you. I am a friend of your husband. We studied together, and I am a friend." And when mother heard that, she got up and went to went to the door. Okay, then there was Babu coming out of his room. As Babu was pretending that he was sleeping, he got up from a deep sleep and he was yawning. He was rubbing his eyes and he was making a show, but nobody bothered him because he was doing all that, but nobody bothered. After that, Babu realized with a great curiosity. He was looking at everything that was happening with a great curiosity. Then the man was he really a police officer? He didn't look like one in his dingy clothes. He was saying to Amma, "Yes, we were in school together." "Oh, yes, he was far above me. He was a scholar and I was one of the dunces. He always helped me, though God knows how often I would have been caned but for him." "Please, Patil Sahib," Amma said, rather impatiently, "tell me why you are here." "It's like this." Suddenly the man was brisk and businesslike. His glance swept over all of them, taking them all in shrewdly. Certainly this man was no dunce. "There's going to be a search in your house." "When?" "Okay, what happened after that?" The man, he was talking to his mother. Okay, and he said, "Okay, your husband, we studied together. Your husband was a scholar, but I was not a good student, and your husband had helped me and so on." And he was narrating his old story, like old story, no memories. Then mother grew impatient. He said, "Okay, you come in the middle of the night, okay, and you are telling the memory. You just tell why you are here. What is the reason why you came here?" Then this man, he grew bold and with a he was just looking at everybody, and they understood that this particular person was not a stupid, and they did not know whether he was a police officer. Okay, he was a true police officer. Then he said something. He said, "Okay, there is going to be a raid in your house. There is going to be a search in your house." Then they asked, "When?" "Most probably tonight. I heard the Sahib talking. They were speaking of a cyclo-styling machine. It seems you people are making copies of Mahatma's speech. They say you have people hiding here as well." Okay, so they realized, they heard it from the police officer that there was going to be a search in their house, and they asked when. And this particular police officer said, "Okay, it is a most probably tonight." Okay, because he said he just overheard from the Sahib that they had a cyclo-styling machine. Okay, it's like a and they said, "Okay, you have a cyclo-styling machine, and it is said that you are printing the speech of copies of Mahatma's speech, and you were distributing it to people." And they also say that you have other personnel, other people hiding in your house, and they got a shock of their life. Okay, these people, Mohan and mother, and also the other children, and they did not know what to do. And we will see about this maybe in the next class. Okay, what happens after that? Okay, whether there will be a raid, what they would do, will they print and say will they print or make copies of the speech and give to people and so on. We will see in the next class whether they will be caught or not, or they will be successfully participate in the freedom struggle. All those things we will see in the next class. Okay, at that time printings were not allowed, that is the reason why they were targeted. Okay, that is the reason at that time nobody was allowed to print anything, because British were very keen that nobody should be printing at that time. Okay, during the time of a freedom struggle. Okay, that is the reason why this cyclostyling machine, since they had the cyclostyling machine, they got an information that they have one. That's the reason there would be a raid. Okay, I hope today's class is clear to you. We have some worksheet to do. Okay, there are 3 questions in it. Who was the person who came to the house of Mohan at night? Okay, second one, what childhood memories does the person say to Mohan's mother? Third question, why did the person come to their house at night? What was the reason? Okay, I hope today's class is clear to you and you will be able to do the worksheets. Thank you and bye.